We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this extra special conference call with me, George Glinsky, joined today by the main event for BKB 25, Barrie Jones and Jimmy Sweeney. How are we doing, guys?
That's Jimmy Sweeney and Barrie Jones.
That's the first word in. Do you agree with that, Barrie?
Get it right.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, it's like ring walks. Who comes in first? Barry's going to obviously come in first because it's not like major like the bigger star now. But I've been there long time. I'm the most decorated fighter, so obviously I'm going to be the main guy in it, and that's not like putting Barry down or anything, but it's just facts. Like so.
The reaction, obviously, on social media, everyone particularly excited about this fight. Your reaction, Jimmy? Obviously, this was a fight that came a bit left field.
No, but look, this fight was a fight that was always going to happen. This BKB is about results. Yeah, if you're getting the results, you push yourself up. You push yourself into the number one spot, or the title spot, or challenger spot. You know what I mean? And Barry's done that. And obviously, I'm a fighter and I fight. So he's got the shot, and obviously I've took the fight. That's not a problem. He deserves the fight. You know what I mean? And everyone was looking for the Rico, the third fight and all that. But I said to Rico, look, I'll push it back to the end of the year. Barry's come through, and I fully believe he deserves that shot. So I've no problem fighting him.
Definitely. And Barrie, this is a fight that you've been looking at for quite some time, I'd say, probably since the Paul Hills fight at BKB Lockdown 2. You've been gunning for this fight. It must feel great to finally get it.
Obviously, once I first got into it, Jimmy is the top fighter. He's the best fighter they've ever had. So obviously, everybody wants to fight him. And he I had my eyes set on him from the start. Really, he's the best fighter they've ever had, and you're honored to fight him. Like.
Definitely. Barry, you're not the best talker, are you? You're lucky you fight better than you talk, lad.
No, don't say that. He's getting better. Anyway.
You're getting better with more interviews. Now, look, I'm always going to have that bullseye on my back. Even if I lost 10 fights in a row, I'd always have that bullseye on my back because of the name I have in the sport. And if, as Barry said, he's been looking at me since there. If you're a fighter that believes in yourself and believes that you're a top fighter, you're going to be pushing for these fighters. I've seen fighters turn down fights against me and all that. I'm thinking, lad, why? Just give it your shot. Come in. If you beat me, you beat me. You take the name. And fair play to Barry. This is the fight he's won, so you got to respect a guy like that.
And he is really the most avoided fighter in BKB at this moment in time. The only man who would take the fight is obviously Jimmy Sweeney. There was no doubt in your mind, I assume, about taking this fight against Barrie. No.
I've never ducked anyone in my life, man. Never, and I never will. At the end of the day, I'm a fighting man. If I duck the fight, lad, at the end of the day, I should look at myself in the mirror, and I can't do that. You know what I mean? I couldn't look at myself and go, "Oh, I ducked the fight." Not a chance. What's like? I'm letting my dad down. I'm letting my kids down. How can I say to my kids, "Oh, stand up for yourself" and all that? But then I turn down a fight. Nah, fuck that.
Definitely. And what does a win here do for you, Barrie? Obviously, you've said it, and it's pretty much the opinion of everyone in BKB. You're fighting the greatest bare knuckle boxer of all time.
Well, to be honest, like Jimmy said, I don't really talk a lot of shit. I'm there to fight. I think, perhaps some people got fights through talking shit. I got mine through wins. You had to win. I think, Jimmy, like you're the best. You're the best in the sport. So that's what I'm aiming for.
You've got to respect that, Jimmy. Obviously, a fighting man like yourself.
Of course, Barry's coming in with a great record in BKB. He's also been a pro lad, and so like even for me coming to this fight, like a lot of people still doubt me. Still, I've always get this doubter. But once this fight's over, and I fully believe I'm going to win this fight. You know, man, I put everyone the whole BKB to bed. There's no one, they can't put up anyone against me after that. You know what I mean? I can do what I want, get who I want, call out who I want. You know what I mean? This is like, for me, this is like it's like the end boss of a game. You know, when you get like the end boss, like it's not end boss, but it's a great title challenger, and one that a lot of people are expecting to come in and just blast me out like he's done his previous opponents. But it's not really going to happen. But it's going to be a great.
Definitely. But from your perspective, Barrie, obviously you fought some great guys in gloved boxing, but as I say, a lot of people haven't wanted to fight you. Therefore, you haven't necessarily fought that upper echelon of competition. Would you say this is your biggest test in terms of the first world-class fight you've had?
Yeah, it's definitely the hardest fight I've had in years. You know, I've mixed with some good boxing back in the day, but I haven't had a test like this for a couple of years. Some of the guys I've fought, all right, they've probably not been up to his level, but that's why I need a fight like that to get me training back in the gym, you know. And I think I'm gonna take him out as well.
Take me out to dinner after. No, this fight, like, there's probably going to be the most boring like interview, because I got a lot of respect for the kid. This kid's got a lot of respect for me, so there's going to be no bad talk through this. I remember when Barrie fought, I think it was for his world title. I went into his dressing room and I wished him all the best. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for all the Welsh lads. My kid is half Welsh. So there's gonna be no like bad talk about to this fight on my behalf. I know Barry's like that as well, so it's gonna be a bit of a boring up to the fight, but this fight tells itself. So there's no need for, I mean, so this interview is going to be pretty boring.
No, I mean, people like respect. I think one of the key things about bare knuckle boxing is you have nothing to prove. You look at boxing, there's still something to prove. You got the gloves, there's harder sports. There is no more dangerous sport than bare knuckle boxing. You ultimately have nothing to prove, so there's no need to.
Well, look, we always have things to prove. There's staffs and there's nothing to prove. Obviously, I'm proving I'm the best, and Barrie wants to prove that he's the best. So you go into the ring thinking I have nothing to prove. You don't get into the ring. I'm every fight I'm going in, I'm proving I'm the best in the game, and I'm going to do a job. And yeah, you can't say, oh, you go in there with nothing to prove. You got every time you go into the ring, you have something to prove, not just to everyone, but to yourself as well. You know what I mean?
I was referring more to masculinity. I was referring more to the toxic masculine traits.
But we're all listen. We're all men. We all like to fight. Yeah. Like, you know, you go to a fight to prove that you're the better man. Of
course.
Simple.
Of course. So in terms of opponents, you fought the best guys in the world. Sean George, the likes of Ricardo Franco. Where does Barrie Jones rank amongst those opponents?
Barry's up there with the top opponents I've had. He's coming over from the pro game, and he's come in with a great record in BKB. Obviously, the fighters that he's fought is not up to my level, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. So if I don't train, for this fight, you know what I mean, coming like I did before, it'll probably beat me. So this is the fight that's really got me motivated. It's like the Franco rematch. This fight's really got me motivated. I'm training already. I'm not that fat. My face looks fat, but I'm not that fat. So this is going to be a tough fight. I don't believe it's going to be a early night or an early night's work for me. Yep. I believe it's going to go into the later rounds, and I believe that's where Barry's going to come unstuck us in the later rounds.
And obviously the fight at 78 kilograms, that benefits you for sure, being able to focus less on the weight cut.
Yeah, because I'm a fat shit. But it's 70. But you know what it is? I'm around this game a long time, and I don't have much left, and to be honest, that title that was taken off me was kind of taken off me by Jim without even sending it to me, to be honest. So it's a title that I was always going to come back for, and Tierney's gone, and I said, Jim said about the fight with Barrie. I said, yeah, but I said I want my title back. I said that's the fight I want, and that's the weight I want it.
Yeah, and for you, Barrie, obviously the 73 kilogram world champion. Is that weight good for you, 78 kilograms? Obviously, you have boxed quite significantly lower.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with weight. I usually walk around quite heavy, so I don't have to lose as much weight for this fight. I got down to 73 only because that was the only title available at the time. So that was the only reason why I wasn't planning on staying around that weight. My natural weight is more a couple of kilos heavier. So I thought maybe
Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to be for his title, but obviously it's for the weight above. So that suits me better, really.
Definitely. And what would 2 world titles mean to you? Obviously, a massive step for the legacy.
Yes, it'd be a great achievement, especially when I first started. I didn't think, to be honest, I thought I was only going to have a few fights. Obviously, it was a great achievement, and to beat Jimmy would be an amazing achievement, really.
Definitely. So it's difficult to kind of work out the vibe on this one. Predictions, I don't know if either of you are prediction guys. I think rather than asking for your prediction, I would just say for fans that are tuning in, why should they watch this fight? Starting with you, Jimmy.
Listen, the fans tune in because it's going to be an absolutely massive fight. 2 of the best in the game. Give me a second as these lights to come off on my car. The two massive names in the game, probably 2 of the best at it right now in the prime. So they're in for this fight alone just sells it out. You know what I mean? It's a massive show, massive fights. We got a cruiserweight world title fight as well on it.
Yep.
But this is the fight everyone wants. This is a fight people have been calling for a long time, and this is the big one. So you got to tune in for this one. Get your tickets or tune in.
Definitely. And for you, Barrie?
Yeah, like Jimmy said, we'd have to talk shit for this fight. I think the fight sells itself, and it's going to be. I think it'll be a war. So I can come in prepared for one. So I think it'll be a great fight.
Definitely. Well, lads, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in April.
No problem, lads. Have a good night, lad. Yeah.